This is Trent Emenecker. Sorry I missed your call. Please leave your name and number. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Please Don't Call Me, the podcast where every episode probably should have been a phone call. I finally convinced my phone call phobic father to chat. No more sending me straight to voicemail, just real conversation. Please join us for laughs, life lessons, and plenty of unexpected moments. So put that phone down and let's get started.
All right. Hi, everybody. I should say hi, Alex.
Hi.
Really, you're the
Nice to
person
see
I'm
you.
talking to.
Yes. But
Mainly
hello to
I'm
everybody
talking to you
listening
and
also.
Probably about 3 other people. But that's going to change after they see the high quality graphics we have behind us and all the fun stuff we have planned. So this is our let's talk turkey.
Oh, I like it.
This is our Thanksgiving version of the Please Don't Call Me podcast. We probably need to review a couple things from last week. We had some listeners write in with a few questions. We hung people out to dry on how much people talk to each other on the phone. Did you look up those statistics?
I did not, but I'm going to look that up right now while you talk.
You look that up.
That was quite the cliffhanger. So if you're coming for that cliffhanger, we got you.
We're going to answer that. And then the second person who wrote something to us, it's not true. It's just Natalie telling us.
Yeah.
The things
Hi,
we
Mom.
didn't do right.
Number one listener.
The biggest issue is Natalie said, you should tell them you do answer your phone when you need to. It's not like you never answer your phone. So yes, I do answer my phone, but it is on
only
rare
if you
occasion
need to. Yeah.
that I will answer. Only if I need to. If it's red alert, then I'll answer the phone. So I don't totally not talk to my family or friends. In fact, I used the phone like twice today. Look it up. It'll tell you that that's probably not a bad number.
So it says, according to the research from Pew Research Center, the average adult cell phone owner makes and receives around 5 voice calls per day.
Okay, that's not happening.
So 30 a week. I think that's what we guessed.
Yeah, I thought I said 40. I can do 5 a week. That's about right for me.
Okay.
5 a week.
Well, you got a great start on this week. Half of your phone calls are already
7.
over.
Yeah, so I got a lot done today. So that kind of mops up. We'll get better at putting things down in the little show notes. Questions we leave unanswered or don't have answers to, we'll try and not leave you hanging out there on a cliff. So we're gonna do turkey. So Thanksgiving, we'll talk some literal turkeys because we raised them.
Yes, we're turkey experts. Really?
Well, we had a couple. I don't know if we're experts, but we got them from the mail to the table. And yes, I said mail because you receive turkeys. You can receive turkeys.
You have to go to the post office and pick them up.
Go to the post office and pick them up. So we'll talk some turkey in a little bit. And then I worked with our graphics department. I reached out to our graphics department and we came up with this. We're going to do a Thanksgiving food favorites tournament. That's coming up in a little while, Alex.
All right.
So I think we're going to see which food is your most preferred for Thanksgiving. All right?
All right.
All right. How are things in Athens, Georgia?
Good. I got to go to the Georgia-Tennessee football game this weekend, which was a lot of fun. It was. I hadn't been to a game yet this year, and I had a friend come into town who'd never been to an SEC football game, and I had never either. I don't think you had either till you came to Athens.
That's right.
It's different down here. So it was really fun to go.
Apparently it's a big deal. What's that from? Despicable Me.
Yes. Grew. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And then obviously we'll probably talk about this later, but Georgia basketball is just doing great. So that's been a lot of fun, but yeah, things are good. The weather's cooling down. It's almost Thanksgiving break. Yeah.
Alex teaches, by the way, so she's just hanging on by
I'm in the trenches. I have 2 more days. 2 more days until I get 10 days off. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So good
I'm
for
ready.
you. I have a movie review. We need music, like a theme, like movie review. We need something like that. We'll work on that.
Okay.
But
you could just sing it and I could cut it and use that audio.
This is a movie review. There.
That's
so
it.
we're going to, the movie review Natalie and I went and saw the best Christmas pageant ever. Pretty good. It was fun. We enjoyed it. It's done by Dallas Jenkins. It says he wrote it, but it's a book, so I don't know how he wrote it. I would say he wrote the screenplay probably.
Yes.
Anyway, we watched that, and it's pretty funny. They've got, that's like the worst kids in town decide they're going to join the Christmas pageant. And the best thing about it is they don't make the worst kids in town that horrible. I was dreading going into the movie and just these kids being so off the wall bratish that I couldn't watch the movie or I wouldn't enjoy it. Not true. They picked the perfect level of not nice kids.
Mm-hmm.
They remind me a little bit of Christmas Story, where Ralphie gets picked on by the bullies. Yep. Kind of has that feel.
Yeah.
So it was a good movie. Great ending. Worth it. Yeah, it was worth the. We go on Tuesdays when it's cheap, so it was worth the cheap tickets for sure.
I just looked because I didn't even know this movie was coming out. I just looked it up and looked at the cast, and they have Lauren Graham from Gilmore Girls. And Dad, I know how much you love Gilmore Girls.
Had no idea. I listened to the whole Gilmore Girls, all the seasons when I took you to college. Remember we drove you to Florida?
Yes, we drove down to
Florida.
You
guys watched it in the back, and I listened to it. It's actually better than watching it. Reads like an audiobook. But yeah, she's in it. But I don't give it away. But it's a great movie, and there's some good actors. It was worth it. So that's not the only thing I did this week, because I do lots of amazing stuff, really. But that was one of them. All right. What else you ready? I'm itching to get to the turkey.
I am.
Okay. Thanksgiving. Again, we need theme music. This would be Thanksgiving music coming in right here. I don't know what it would be. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. Oh, the graphics team. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm the graphics team. I'm a little disappointed because it's hard to see. But I'll call them out, Al. And then we got like 16. Do we have a 16 bracket? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 16.
Okay. Sweet 16.
Food bracket. Mm-hmm. You'll pick your favorite. I'll pick my favorite. And we'll see what we end up with.
See who comes out on top. Okay.
You're going to be red. You're red for Georgia.
Okay.
I'm blue because that's the other color. All right, here we go. Rolls or cornbread? Rolls or cornbread?
Definitely rolls.
Rolls for Al.
Yes. Last time I had cornbread, I choked on it.
Oh, well, we don't want
it. It was made over like a fire on a field trip with my students. Like we were learning how to be pioneers. So it was literally like cornmeal, water, and egg. And then it cooked in like a cast iron pot on the fire. And they took it out. And yeah, I accidentally inhaled while I was eating it. It was not good.
Yeah, it was probably a little dry.
Yeah, just a little dry.
Okay. I'm rolls as well. When I think of rolls, I think of my mom and Scott Bickley, and anytime she'd have him out to the farm, she had to make double because he would eat like the whole, they come in sleeves, right? The little round things, and you pop them open.
Oh, yeah.
He would eat the whole thing all by himself. So my mom would have to buy extra. So in honor of Scott Bickley, I picked rolls as well.
All right.
Here we go. Stuffing, mac and cheese. Stuffing, mac and cheese. What say you, Alex?
So even though I don't think of mac and cheese as a Thanksgiving food, like mac and cheese, like has always, my whole life has been an everyday food. Like literally I could eat it every day. I don't think of it as a Thanksgiving food. So if it was up against something else, it would probably not win. But because it's up against stuffing, which disgusts me, it is literally soggy bread that tastes like
it's not
herbs.
But whatever.
So herbs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Either way, mac and cheese wins because literally anything would beat dog food would beat stuffing for me, honestly.
My word.
That's how strongly I feel.
That's going a little too far. I am a stuffing fan. I love stuffing. They should flip-flop. Stuffing should be the everyday food. Mac and cheese should only be at Thanksgiving.
Well, there's more for you at the table if I'm there.
Robert F. Kennedy's going to be upset with me, but I'd rather eat Kraft macaroni and cheese than homemade macaroni and cheese.
What?
I don't care what they put in it. It is the best. All right. So I'm probably going to get canceled by the Make America Healthy Again crowd. All right. Brussels sprouts, green bean casserole. I forgot to write casserole on here. That is very important.
It's a big difference.
That's right. Okay. Brussels sprouts, green bean casserole. Alex?
I'm going to have to go green bean casserole because that is just, it reheats well, like, how you're eating Thanksgiving leftovers for 2 solid weeks after the big day. I love reheating green bean casserole. It still tastes just as good. Yeah, I do. Yep. Well, just green bean casserole. Normally I'm not a leftovers person, but green bean casserole, it works.
All right. I'm with you. Green bean casserole, GB casserole. I don't know how to spell casserole. I've spelled it about 4 different times up here, but I'll blame the graphics department. As long as it has the onion, the crunchy cooked onions things on top, this is a great choice.
Yes.
Cream of mushroom soup mixed with the green beans. Oh, it's the best. Okay. Mouth watering. Gravy, cranberry sauce. Gravy, cranberry sauce. Alex?
Definitely gravy. I feel bad because I know Mom makes her like cranberry sauce every year and she puts a lot of effort into it and it smells good, but
it's not edible. It's like eating a candle.
Yeah, I can't. It's a little too much for me, but I do love gravy.
I do not like what goes in it.
Drown everything in gravy.
Put nuts in it and all that stuff. I don't like cranberry sauce. So I am with you. Gravy is an easy choice. Love it. Okay, let me move my mobile graphic here. We're up here at the top now. Baked beans with bacon. That's an important distinction. And sweet potatoes with, I'll put up here if it'll help, with the mushroom. Do you like mushrooms or pecans?
You mean marshmallows? Surely not mushroom.
With marshmallows. Marshmallows or pecans?
Marshmallows.
Okay.
Yeah, and that would be baked beans. I'm not a...
Okay, so Alex, sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I'd have to go with sweet potatoes. Even some people put like brown sugar on top instead of marshmallows. Either one. And normally I don't like sweet potatoes. Like on an average day, I will not eat them. But if it's Thanksgiving and there's marshmallows or brown sugar, I'm listening.
You know why they have to put brown sugar and marshmallows and pecans on it?
Why?
Because sweet potatoes are awful. It is a horrible root and no one should eat it. The color is bad. The texture is bad. The taste is bad.
You can't do with them everything that you do with a normal potato. It's totally a different...
You mash them, it doesn't matter. So sweet potatoes are horrible, so I'm going baked beans with bacon. Baked beans with bacon. Very good. All right, next, squash, mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, especially with the gravy.
Yep, mashed potatoes.
100% mashed potatoes. I know they're a pain to make, but I honestly, to be honest, I don't think I've ever had squash. I'm trying to think of a time in my life I've ever had it.
Zucchini is a squash.
Oh, okay.
It's a type, but the squash that they do squash kind of like they do sweet potatoes. You get it real, and it's got like fiber in it. Oh, it's horrible. So you know what I like? Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. We've agreed on most of these. I'm impressed.
Yep. All right. Let's get to the dessert. Pumpkin pie, pecan pie. Two of the most typical Thanksgiving desserts. Pumpkin pie, pecan pie. What would you pick, Alex?
Okay. A year ago, I would have not been able to pick one because I would have said no to both of them. I am not a pumpkin person. I will not have a pumpkin spice latte or anything pumpkin flavored. I don't like pumpkin. And I had never had a pecan pie till a year or maybe 2 years ago. Ben's mom has a chocolate chip pecan pie recipe that I now make every year. That is actually really good. So I'm going to go pecan pie, assuming that it's pecan chocolate chip.
Pecan
I don't know if I could do just a normal pecan pie.
With chocolate chips. Otherwise, you're not interested.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go pumpkin forever. It's the only pie I actually truly like. I cannot stand any other fruit type pie.
Do you like pumpkin spice? Like, would you drink a pumpkin spice latte? No.
Just
that's
pumpkin
where you draw
pie.
the line. Okay.
Pumpkin pie with Miracle Whip on top. Look out. I could eat the whole thing. Eat a whole pie. Costco's got them. No joke. They are enormous. They're like 18 inches at least across.
Oh, wow.
They're huge, and they're only like $5. I could eat a whole one if I had a Costco sized vat of Miracle Whip. Not Miracle Whip. That's the stuff that's like mayonnaise. What am
mayonnaise.
I talking about?
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Oh,
it's funny because I didn't even notice you said it. I'm just nodding.
Whip.
Yes.
No, don't put Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip. That one word changes so much.
That'd be bad. Okay. Turkey and ham. What say you? This is the main. Which are you going to go with turkey?
So here's my thing. I don't love either one of those.
Mm-hmm. You have
like to. I go for the sides. Like Thanksgiving, I think of the sides. I am not like my mouth does not water thinking about a turkey or ham. I would have to go turkey. Like if I feel guilty about going crazy on the sides and I feel like I need to take a protein, I'll take the turkey, but it's drowned in gravy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am a ham. My family over the decades has made ham solely for me, and I've appreciated it each and every time. I do not like turkey. I don't not like turkey, but it's dry. You guys that go, oh no, it's great. You just put stuff on it. I don't have to put anything on ham.
That's why I have to drown the turkey in gravy.
So I like ham.
But here's the thing. I grew up not knowing that ham was not a normal Thanksgiving.
Because I've always had it. Thankfully, I hate to be that guy, but I've almost demanded it from everyone. Yeah. So I'm thankful. All right, lightning rounds. Here we go.
Okay.
Rolls, mac and cheese.
Rolls.
Mine is rolls and stuffing. I'm going with stuffing.
Ugh.
I know. All right, green bean casserole, gravy.
Green bean casserole. I can't not have my green bean casserole. I could go without gravy if I have to.
C. And I'm also green bean casserole and gravy. I'm going green bean casserole as well.
Good choice.
Sweet potatoes, Alex, mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
I have baked beans with bacon, mashed potatoes, because it's a more formal meal, because it's a holiday meal. Mashed potatoes on any given day, on a normal day, on June 14th, baked beans with bacon. But I will do mashed potatoes.
Okay. I
only because it's more traditional and I want to fit in.
Yes. This is Thanksgiving food, not everyday food.
Correct. Pecan pie, Alex, or turkey. So are you having dessert or are you having the main event?
I'm going to go with dessert. It's a special day.
Yep. Calories don't count.
Yes, calories don't count on Thanksgiving.
All right, pumpkin pie and ham. I'm going pumpkin pie. Same idea. You don't get pumpkin pie every day. You can always get ham. Final four. This is epic. Alex, rolls, green bean casserole.
Bean casserole. GBC. I truly don't. I don't think I could go to a Thanksgiving meal where there isn't green bean casserole.
Mm-hmm. We've been spoiled.
Yeah.
We've been spoiled with that. All right, let's finish your final four. So mashed potatoes, pecan pie.
Mashed potatoes. More of a savory foods person. I do not have a sweet tooth.
All right, what's your final? Green bean casserole, mashed potatoes.
Green bean casserole. Because there's no other day of the year. I'll have mashed potatoes with like pot roast or something. Like I'll make that once in a while, but the only time I'm ever going to make green bean casserole is Thanksgiving. So that's just the quintessential Thanksgiving food for me. So it makes sense. That one out.
Stuffing for me, green bean casserole. I'm going to go green bean casserole.
Good. Finally.
Mashed potatoes, pumpkin pie, definitely. I am running out of places to write.
I know. This is an elaborate.
I know. It's pretty cool. And then if I had to pick green bean casserole or pumpkin pie, I am not a dessert person. But again, it's based on time of year, the vibe. Pumpkin pie, everybody. That's going to be it. Pumpkin pie is my favorite.
Oh.
With green bean casserole, a very close second.
It's very close.
So there we go. Pretty cool. Thanksgiving fun. Did you have fun, Alex? Wasn't that enjoyable?
I did. That was, probably the second most fun bracket I've done this year.
I'll leave it up here behind me so people can just stare at it.
Yes.
Give our graphics team kudos. So, what do you think of Thanksgiving? Good holiday, bad holiday?
I love Thanksgiving. Say, probably when I was around between like somewhere between 18 and 20, it became my favorite holiday past Christmas, which I know is probably controversial because so many people are like, how could Christmas not be your favorite? But I don't love the pressure that comes with Christmas of having to buy gifts. I like buying gifts for people. Like, I don't mind that. My issue is I don't like receiving gifts. I don't like the pressure of coming up with a list of gifts. Also feel awkward opening gifts in front of people. So the pressure to react in front of, I grew up with 20 people, 20 plus people in grandma's basement. Christmas, it's a lot of people watching you, and it got really hot down in that basement. So yeah, I just have to go with Thanksgiving because there's the parade. It's more laid back. There's no like rush to get to the presents. You just get to enjoy the food. Sometimes the weather was still nice enough up in Illinois to go outside and run around. It's definitely my favorite holiday. The July's pretty stinking close.
You're a big fan.
But I do love the 4th of July a lot. But between Thanksgiving and Christmas, Thanksgiving definitely is the better holiday, in my opinion.
I like Thanksgiving a lot. I'm not going to, because we'll do a Christmas podcast, I'm not going to go after Christmas, but, like attack it.
Right.
Because I do like it. But man, Thanksgiving was one of my favorites, mainly around basketball for me, because that was the first tournament of the season.
Yes.
When I was a little kid, we'd go to Winnebago and watch Christian Life play, and then I got to play. I don't know if we were at Winnebago. Did it get moved to Byron? But we used to play in big Thanksgiving tournament. And then when I started coaching down in Tucson, probably one of the best tournaments in the state was at South Point. And they had the best. The reason it was the best tournament in the state is they had the best hospitality room I've ever been in. That's why I entered my team in the tournament every year, so I could get the
for the food.
But anyway, that was a great tournament. You'd play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You'd have Thursday off. You play Friday, Saturday. And then like that next week, your season, before you knew it, the season was over. So the connection of basketball and Thanksgiving are big. And I'm with you on the presents giving and getting. That creates stress and tension, where Thanksgiving is laid back. I don't have to do much of anything. You wait for that 11:30 in the morning football game, and the rest of the day smooth.
I do think we need to say, though, neither of us have ever actually had to prepare the Thanksgiving meal or any part of it.
Right.
So just a disclaimer there, because if we were to have to cook, we probably would not say it is the most laid back holiday.
We would have other feelings about
it.
But
so just a disclaimer with that.
From my perspective, it is a fine holiday. I like it a lot. So you're going to the Bahamas, Alex, with Georgia basketball?
Yes, We leave Thursday morning to go to the Bahamas. We have 2 games coming up down there. We'll play Marquette and St. John's, which is really exciting. 11 a.m. games, so we'll be up and at it. I'm really excited for that. And then we'll be back in time for Thanksgiving, though. I feel like I kind of get 2 breaks. I get that little trip, and then I'll still have time at home to recuperate and enjoy the week off.
Well, Georgia's been good. They've got good wins, a couple mid-majors that aren't bad. They beat them. They beat Georgia Tech, which is probably a little better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah, they looked good. So I was happy we won that game. That was a tense one to watch. I've been to that. I didn't go this year, but I've been there before for that game 2 years ago.
That's a pretty low-key rivalry. People don't know about it, but those 2 schools.
It's intense. And it's funny because their student demographic is totally different than UGA's. They are some really, really smart people. I'm not saying people at UGA aren't smart, but yes, it is very concentrated. And I don't know, they go crazy though for their team. And that was just, it's just not the people you're used to seeing at a basketball game. And to see them be so into it is fun. But as long as you beat them, it's fun.
Okay. All right, Alex, one of our other favorite turkey holiday Thanksgiving memories are turkey trots.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, in those formative years where Thanksgiving became surpass Christmas as a favorite holiday, we were doing turkey trots. I want to say we did them like 4 or 5 years in a row. We'd go on, for those of you that don't know what a turkey trot is, man, are you missing out? We would wake up early, maybe 6 a.m., depending on the race, Thanksgiving morning, and hit the road and go to our race. Sometimes we did it just as the 6 of us, our family, and we'd go run some of us would run, some of us, like myself, would walk, maybe cry a little bit, but they finished, and that's what matters. We would go do those races, and one year we did it with, I think, most of our cousins on your side of the family. I think your sister, Aunt Tennille, did it. Yeah, there were most of the grandkids, and then Aunt Tennille did it. I don't remember if any other, I know Mom did it. I think Uncle Brian did it too. So there were a couple of us that did it, and we all wore tie-dyed, matching yellow shirts. That was really, it was a really fun experience. I am not a runner, and I do not like running, but I did enjoy those experiences.
That year we did it with them. It was, when you think of turkey trot, think of a flat 5K.
Yes.
The Rockford Running Club had us winding. It was a trail run. And I mean, it was treacherous. There was
we were running
steep
like
inclines,
up
had to go through
too.
mud, had to run up and over a dam and then down the other side of it.
Yeah.
So it was not your normal turkey trot. It was we earned the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, afterwards. It was tough. And Peyton sprained her ankle on that one too. They had to go pick her up in a golf cart or something. Yep, she couldn't finish.
That was a tough race.
Yeah.
We did some other easier ones, but that one was hard.
We'd always go celebrate afterwards with Dunkin' Donuts. And I remember feeling so accomplished walking into Thanksgiving lunch, being like, oh, I already ran I didn't run, but I already walked a 5K this morning. What did you do?
What have you done? Watch the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade? What is that?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing that makes Thanksgiving good for us is we used to raise turkeys. At least we tried. I think we did it. I know we went start to finish one year for sure. We had heritage breed turkeys. So we didn't buy the big white ones like they pardoned at the presidential or at the White House and all that.
Right.
We purchased in a catalog, delivered to us in the mail. We got 2. We got a blue slate turkey, and it's blue. It's feathers at the ends are blue. It's kind of white and it fades to blue.
Yeah, it's like beautiful. A grayish blue. Yeah.
And then we got a bronze something. I don't remember what it's called, but it was red. It was red. So we got a blue
bourbon
turkey
red.
Bourbon red. That's what it was. Bourbon red. Beautiful birds. They were so good to look at. But turkeys are tough to keep alive. Man, we had to work so hard to care for them and make sure they got fed enough and were safe and all those things, because we raised our turkeys outside in these big hoop houses, and we'd have to move the hoop house every day. And turkeys that you buy in the store are nothing like turkeys that are raised on little old family farms like ours, because ours maybe 8-10 pounds. I mean, it took 2 of them to feed like 6 or 8 of us, because they do not get as big as what you buy in the store. I don't know what they're doing to those turkeys in the store, but they're not like our little.
Yeah, ours weren't quite as big as the ones you get. I don't know. Did you try the turkey though when it was our turkey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Because I wanted to know what I raised that thing. That made it worthwhile.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that thing.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember how fragile they were, which, I mean, you should know if you're listening. A box of chicks or something showing up at our house was a regular occurrence. Like, that's how we got all of our chickens. We'd get a call from the post office, hurry over there, pick up a box, a little tweeting box, and drive them home. And sometimes we'd get 100 little chicks. And then this one time we got the turkeys too. Yeah, they were fragile. I remember one of them had something wrong with its foot. I don't remember if it got like a foot infection or something. I walked in the kitchen one day, and Mom has a Tupperware on the kitchen counter, had one of the little pullets with its feet in she had like Epsom salt and water in the Tupperware, and she's washing the turkey's feet because of some infection or something. I will just never forget walking in the house. That's, you know how I feel about birds. I do not like birds. I did what I had to do with the farm, avoided as much as I could with helping with anything related to chickens or turkeys, but there were sometimes it just cannot be avoided, and I did help. But to walk in and see a turkey on your kitchen counter in, you know, getting a pedicure in Epsom salts, yeah, that was a little traumatizing. Only the second most traumatizing bird story in our home. Can you guess what my first most traumatic?
No.
The time you brought a hawk in the dining room. It was a sub-zero day, and you found a dead hawk that was frozen solid under one of our pine trees. And
that's not traumatizing. It was dead. You know what would have been awesome? If I would have forgotten it and left it in the house, and it would have thawed out like, to life.
Like in the movie The Happiest Millionaire, the crocodiles thought. That's what I was afraid was going to happen. Was you just brought a frozen solid hawk and laid it on the ground in the dining room, because we were homeschooled, so I think you thought it was a good science lesson. It was a good idea. All ideas like that are good ones. I hid in my room until it was gone because I was that afraid it was just going to start. Could you imagine if a hawk had just started flying around our house?
That would have been great. Well, I would have trained it, and it would have been a trained. I'd have done some falconry
one of the
with
gloves.
It. Yeah, it would have tied itself to me because I saved its life, and it would have committed to a life of service to me. So that was my plan. Didn't work out. So somehow we went from turkeys to hawks, and I love it. So, Alex, I think we should wrap it up. This is the week before Thanksgiving. You folks, you'll probably get this the first week.
They'll get this the Monday before Thanksgiving. Yeah. Yes.
Before Thanksgiving.
Plenty of time.
So you'll get to celebrate Thanksgiving with us, and we'll maybe have some updates from our family Thanksgiving in Alabama.
Yes, we're going to be together in just a few short days.
Yep. We won't have to talk on the phone, which is my favorite thing, not talking on the phone. So, all right, this is the Please Don't Call Me podcast with my lovely daughter, Alex. And we are so glad you made it through episode 2. And I know you're excited, but episode 3 is right around the corner. All right. So bye, Alex. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.